Good morning. Wondering what's really moving the world today? In just a few minutes, I'll bring you the four most important news stories, from big tech decisions to global market shifts. Stay with me and get up to speed on everything that matters before your next coffee break. Meta shareholders dismiss Bitcoin reserve plan in overwhelming vote. Meta shareholders have strongly rejected a proposal to add Bitcoin to the company's balance sheet. In a recent SEC filing, only 3.92 million votes supported the idea, just 0.08% of the total, while nearly 5 billion votes were against it. The proposal was introduced by Ethan Peck, a Bitcoin advocate and director at Strive, who suggested Meta move part of its $72 billion in cash into Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. Peck also made similar proposals to Microsoft and Amazon. Microsoft shareholders recently voted down the plan, while Amazon has not yet held a vote. Meta does not currently hold any cryptocurrency on its balance sheet, but previously launched the Libra stablecoin project in 2019, which was later rebranded as DM before being shut down in 2022 after regulatory challenges. Meta's broader crypto strategy remains unclear. Earlier this year, reports indicated the company was exploring stablecoins for payments across its apps. On Monday, Meta shares rose 3.5%, closing at $670.09. Trump's trade talks with China and Europe face new setbacks. Amid tariff tensions, trade negotiations between the U.S., China, and Europe remain stalled as President Trump pushes for new deals. Talks with China have become more complicated after Beijing accused Washington of breaking a recent tariff truce and threatened to defend its interests. The U.S. criticized China for delaying action on rare earth exports, an important issue in the talks. The White House is trying to arrange a call between Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping, but China has not confirmed interest yet. Meanwhile, the European Union warned it will respond if Trump imposes a planned 50% tariff on steel and aluminum, saying this would hurt efforts to resolve trade barriers. Trump's strategy of using tariffs as leverage has delivered limited results so far. A framework deal was reached with the UK, but agreements with China and the EU are still out of reach. Global markets reacted cautiously, with European stocks falling and Wall Street showing volatility as uncertainty continues. Oil prices rise on weak dollar and geopolitical tensions. Oil prices climb for a second straight day, supported by a weaker dollar and ongoing geopolitical tensions. Brent crude traded near $65 a barrel after rising 2.9% on Monday, while West Texas Intermediate hovered around $63. The U.S. dollar index reached its lowest level since 2023, making commodities priced in dollars more attractive to investors. Geopolitical uncertainty also played a role. Talks between Russia and Ukraine in Istanbul ended without progress toward ending the war. In addition, President Trump stated that the U.S. will not allow uranium enrichment in any deal with Iran, as Tehran continues to push for sanctions relief. Brent rose as much as 4.7% on Monday after OPEC Plus increased supplies expected, calming fears of a larger output boost. Despite the recent rally, oil remains down nearly 13% this year due to concerns about global demand and changes in OPEC's production strategy. Meanwhile, wildfires in Alberta, Canada, have forced the shutdown of almost 350,000 barrels per day, threatening oil sands operations and adding further pressure to supply. Gold rises as trade tensions and weak dollar boost. Safe haven demand. Gold prices climbed higher, building on their biggest daily gain in 4 weeks as investors sought safety amid trade and geopolitical risks. Bullion traded near $390 an ounce after jumping 2.8% on Monday, driven by renewed tensions between the U.S. and China in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. China accused the U.S. of breaking a recent trade agreement and promised to defend its interests, while the White House confirmed that leaders from both countries may speak soon. The European Union also warned of countermeasures if President Trump moves forward with new tariffs. With little progress in negotiations, optimism for a breakthrough has faded. The U.S. dollar dropped to its lowest level since 2023, reflecting market concerns over current policies. Gold's appeal as a safe haven remains strong, even after reaching record highs above $3,500 an ounce in April. Spot gold rose 0.2% to $3,161 in early trading, while silver and platinum saw minor changes. Investors now await key U.S. labor data that could influence Federal Reserve decisions. Before you go, tell us, what's your take on today's news? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. You're watching Finance Daily Reports, your source for global finance and politics. See you soon and have a nice day.